a lot of black people in America won't like it, but it's not my words. There's a woman by the name of Dr. Joy Leary. Okay. She is a psychologist, black psychologist in America, American black woman. And she talks about post-traumatic slave syndrome. That's what she calls it. Post-traumatic slave syndrome, right? And essentially, black people in America were taken, like, think of it like Frankenstein. You know, like Frankenstein would take the arm from this place and the leg from this place and the head from this place. Yep. And they were created into what they are.
What's the form of eugenics, Cody?
They're severed from what they were. You see, the black people on the continent of Africa, they still have, even though they were colonized and you know, enslaved on their continent, they still, because they were in their continent, they got to hold on to some remnants of their culture, their language, their foods, stuff like that, right? So they, even though they were colonized, they weren't totally severed from who they were. The black American is severed from who they were and then cultivated and created into this being. So they don't have a natural language. Their language is the language of the person that created them. Do you get what I'm saying? They don't have a natural religion. Their religion is the religion of the person that created them. They don't have everything that they have has been cultivated by the people that created them.
How the fuck is you gonna tell me about the shit you ain't never seen, bitch ass nigga? You can miss me with the whole ass shenanigans, my nigga.
Wait.
No.
What's happening, fam? L.A.R. movement still moving. Subscribe or die trying. It's been a minute. I've been going through some things, but this whole delineation thing. Here's the thing. I think people who are non-FBA, y'all think y'all know us better than y'all do, and here's the issue. See, everybody else from the diaspora, whether it be from Africa, blacks in the UK, blacks in the Caribbean, Central South America, so you can say blacks in Canada. Y'all all have this image of us, and there's a few things that we look at y'all a little different about. Here's one. Everybody can delineate from us Black Americans, FBA. But y'all don't have this thing where y'all don't even know the difference between everybody else. If you notice, in the same little incident that just happened in Jamaica, where the woman was from Bermuda, but she was going off and they blamed us as Black Americans. If you notice, that means that Caribbeans ain't paying attention to know their own people. You know what I'm saying? It's like, oh, they're not. No, that's another Caribbean. Africans don't see it. People from the UK don't see it, right? But when we say we delineate, we like, there's something off. Like, I know to a degree for some people, delineation has felt like an excuse, to disrespect somebody, but there have been people who played their game, but for the most part, no. But that's one thing. The other thing is this. Black Americans have a completely different experience than everybody else. Everybody else. Even in the Caribbean. Was there slavery in the Caribbean? Yes. Was there slavery in Central and South America? Yes. But the vast majority of those populations of Black people either are the majority population or right at the cusp of the majority population. Like Brazil is like 50% Black. You get what I'm saying? The Caribbean islands, Black. Africa, Black, right? The other small population would be the UK. But those people don't necessarily, but most of those people either claim Africa or I would say, or some part of the Caribbean. So So it's like I can always go home type of situation. With us, it's not like that. Okay. This idea that, even when we speak with the African thing, so Africans tell us, hey man, we're really African. Well, here's the thing. All the people who feel that way, who are from Africa, you can't say where people from this side of the continent are from in Africa, and you're from Africa. You get what I'm saying? So if you're from West Africa, North Africa, Central, South Africa, you don't even know where. Y'all from there where? Well, I know you don't know. And that goes the same for the Caribbeans. They don't know where the Caribbeans from. We're from Africa. Where though? You get what I'm saying? So that's a whole nother aspect of it. Then there's a lot of projection, you know. And the projection is probably the biggest, well, a big problem, because from this perspective, it doesn't make sense. So, they'll say us Black Americans we don't have a culture. We're uncultured and we're uneducated. And then people will come to this country and get educated in Black institutions, which like, where did you go to school? Oh, I went to school to what? No, okay, interesting. Or or they'll follow the blueprint of Black Americans from a decade ago, or 2 decades ago, or 3 or 4 or 5, right? But you Blacks don't know what y'all doing, and it's like, but you're doing the exact same thing that we've done. Like, you're not doing anything new, And then you have this aspect of people, y'all. Everybody swear to God they know us, but here's the question: where you know us from? Television, music. You want a lot of, even here, y'all ain't hanging out with us like that. Y'all ain't hanging out. Y'all don't know our families like that. Cut it out. So it's all speculation. You get what I'm saying? And why I say it's speculation is because what people tend to do is the same thing that white America does, and Hispanic America does, and Asian America does. They pick the worst stereotypes they can find in real people, and then that's their whole Black experience. You get what I'm saying? I was looking at a clip with Godfrey was talking about Godfrey. Is that KGB and Acho? I think Emmanuel Acho. And one of the clips, Godfrey was talking about how his Nigerian dad, who was a teacher, was making fun of the Black American students. They walk like this and they talk like this, and it's just hilarious. And the interesting thing is, everybody has bad stereotypes about us, but they never, even when you go to the level of teachers, but somehow y'all ain't never taught an honor roll student. Y'all ain't never taught a good student. Y'all ain't never seen mannerable Black kids. Y'all lying. Y'all lying. When you go out in public, you never seen, you just never see Black people just going about their day. When you're at the mall, when you're at the grocery store, when you go to the movies, when if you're at the gym, if you just see people around, it's all ratchet. It's just all ghetto. Like, it's just all the worst of the worst. And that's a bold-faced lie. But hey, all of y'all seem to be more intelligent and more cultured, and you know how to act, but y'all been around. But when y'all see us around, y'all don't see the vast majority of the stereotypes you have. But see, here's the other thing. I was teased as a kid thing. Let me tell you one thing Black Americans don't do. We don't disrespect people's children. See, And when I say children, I mean little children. But you know what all you other groups do? Yeah, y'all got a tendency to do that. Y'all are so much better than us as human beings and people, and you know. But if kids tease kids, that's one thing. But all you folks that's adults, y'all adults are real disrespectful to kids, especially black kids. Been like that. Been like that. And then you adults become adults, and you know y'all have to learn that lesson. Oh, yeah, I might not want to talk to the adult like I talk to these kids because it's gonna go bad. So let me just keep disrespecting these kids. Yeah, that's the normal thing. But y'all don't like to talk about stuff like that. You know, and of that. Like part of that clip I saw with Godfrey when he was like, you know, and Godfrey cool man. He's more honest both ways than most. And he brought up the Akata thing, right? Because he's Nigerian, and he said, I found this beat. Don't do the Akata, and he was pointing it out, and I saw KGB and Acho kind of like, oh, we don't want to, let's not, we're not gonna talk about that part. And Godfrey is a comedian, and I know he picked up on it because the clip is like he brought it up and he's laughing, and they like, now let's just skip over that, and it's like you. But the thing he knows about Black Americans, because he grew up in Chicago, and he's like 50 some years old. He knows we see that stuff. We're a very observant group of people. We're very, very observant. So when people play that game like, oh, they're this and they're that, we're looking at y'all like, yeah. And what are you? Since you're so busy pointing at us, what are you? It doesn't dawn on you that maybe, just maybe, it's fine to be proud of your heritage and where you come from. But here's the question. Is it constructive criticism or is it jealousy? And why I have to say that is because most of the Black diaspora in this juncture, at this day, believes that they'll have a better life here than in their own home, their own homeland. And that's not because of their own people who have come to America in the last 50, 60 years. It's not because of them. And it's not because of white people. Because y'all Jim Crow was around, y'all wasn't, no, that y'all was hands off. Don't lie. During Jim Crow, y'all was hands off, and Jim Crow didn't end till the 1960s. And truth be told, the remnants of Jim Crow, well, some of the remnants are still here, but some of the overt things that used to happen probably in mass, like it used to be, probably stopped somewhere between, depending on what we're talking about, the 80s and the 2000s. Some of the real wild stuff. So, and the other aspect of it, I get that, some of y'all come here and y'all don't want to get deported. So there are certain things that you would take that we wouldn't take, and we get that. But at the same token, how about since people believe us so well, and you're so cultured and understanding of Black folks. Let me give you an example real quick. You saw the No Kings protest that just happened. White people are still trying to figure out, we didn't see Black people there. So even the people in this country who swear they know us the best, they don't know us. They don't. Because of the same issue that I'm saying with the other groups in the Black diaspora. Yeah, y'all live in y'all stereotypes. We live in a reality. And just because you want to compare your best qualities to our worst qualities does not mean we don't see your worst qualities. Y'all, see, the thing about it is you can't hide dysfunction and debauchery, especially when sometimes the vast majority of the times people in the black diaspora who aren't quote unquote FBA, the vast majority of the time when you want to be dysfunctional, you find your way around black people to be dysfunctional. And we're watching you. You get what I'm saying? Like y'all find y'all so a lot of times when people want to be when folks want to be really rebellious of their families or their culture or their country, what they do is they come around us black folks and act wow, like it's free to be out of pocket when they're around once you get out around black people. And the thing about it is they do way more than we would. That's what happens. But that's what we were talking about the separation. Like, when it's the good things in your group, it's you represent your group. When it's the bad things in your group, oh, it's them black people. No, half the time is your people in the group looking like they blending in with my people, cutting up. You get what I'm saying? So that's the issue. And y'all can't even see when your own people are in our group or I'm not even gonna say your own people, but other people from the black diaspora or cosplaying black Americans, y'all can't even see it. And y'all all can say that everybody is different and cultured and got their own thing. If y'all can't see it and we can, who got the problem? But I'm gonna leave it at that. You tell me what you think. Like, share, subscribe. Catch you on the next one. Peace.